Olympia break is over, and there's a lot to talk about when it comes to men's physique. Men's physique is popping off right now. So let's get right into it. Make sure you subscribe. We got a bunch of topics today. Road to 10,000 subscribers. Let's get into some men's physique news. Let's go.
Well, I started training because I wanted to feel more confident, lose weight because growing up I was a fat kid and I was getting bullied in school and so on. So that's how I started and here I am.
Andrei Deiu is about a week out from the Romania Pro. Before we get into that, someone sent me some pictures today, and Andrei Deiu, I need to know who we need to sue for this to never, ever happen again. When I first saw this, bro, I thought you were either sick, was this AI? I didn't know what was happening, but bro, these are absolutely hilarious. What is this? Who took the time to de-muscle my man Andrei Deiu, put him over on Shein, a different website? Does Boohoo Man know this is going on, Andrei Deiu? That you're a model for another company and you just drop all this weight to take some photos in the lamest tank top I've ever seen in my life. I will say though, you're still very handsome in these photos. Although you look like you've never lifted in your life and you're a natural, normal dude, you're still very handsome, Andrei Deiu. But peak week is here, and Romanian muscle king Andrei Deiu is getting ready to show up. And I don't know, the roster isn't up yet, so I don't know what the roster is going to be for this show, but if you don't have 7th in the world being in that overall conversation, that first place conversation, you just don't follow men's physique. There were so many people that doubted Andrei Deiu for the Mr. Olympia. I was not one of them. One of my last pieces of content I put up before the Mr. Olympia started, I had Andrei Deiu in my top 5. He's gotten top 5 before at the Olympia. He placed top 7. A lot of people didn't have him in the top 10, and I don't know why. Men's physique, guys, is about that V-taper and that flow and that balance. Just because he doesn't have a perfectly ripped, shredded, symmetrical midsection like Ali Bilal or Ryan Terry, when you look at all the other muscle groups on Andrei Deiu, it's special and it stands out, and his physique has that men's physique flow. I'm going to say it again. That's what men's physique is about. The judges want to see that front V-taper. If your waist isn't small and the shoulders aren't broad, you need to go to classic physique. Andrei Deiu has never been classic. He is men's physique, and he is 1 week out of the Romania Pro. I got my brother winning that. You know, I didn't get a chance to talk about this person, and if I was him, I would feel heavily disrespected by a lot of people in the league, by a lot of fans, judges. I want to show you guys, and I want to show you right now. I want you to guess, who do you think has been overlooked time and time and again, who honestly, as soon as he starts nailing his posing, which he did for this show, it's game over. If there's one guy that deserves a little bit more respect around the name, or around his name this year in conversation, every time he's brought up, it's Emil Walker, your Prague Pro 2025 champion. There's 29 competitors at the Prague Pro. We had the 13th in the world, Mauro Fialho, at this show, who, by the way, I don't believe he deserves a placing outside of the first or second call out, whatever it was. That was a disgrace. I don't know what that was. How are you going to have 13th in the world outside of the first call out? And I'm not saying he should have smoked Emil Walker, where I think Emil Walker deserved this win. I'll tell you guys why in a sec. But Mauro Fialho, 13th in the world, that was the biggest shock so far of the year to me. That was the biggest letdown in judging to me. I mean, the judges got it wrong, plain and simple. As far as Emil Walker's physique, this guy has a lot going for him. The lines are beautiful. The muscularity is there. The V-taper and the flow from the front is there. The abs are some of the craziest abs in the division. If you really take a close look on how bubbly and symmetrical those are, why isn't he in the conversation with some of the best abs in the league? Period. From the back, Emil's back is thick and the posing got a lot better. The only thing I'll say for Emil is continue adding width to the back so the V-taper from the back can match the front. That's what I want to see.
Mauro Fialho looked too good in Prague, and maybe that's why he didn't win. Think about it. He was fuller, harder, more conditioned, drier than everyone else. You've got Emil Walker, clean lines, fantastic physique, small waist, great proportions, great symmetry, just a good flow, everything that the judges reward in Europe, right? Winning the Italy show, winning Romania, winning in Prague, everywhere across Europe. You've got Mauro going at the Olympian, the biggest show on the planet, just brings that insane American pop to his physique, just full, dense, bubbly, and takes that top 13th. You know, he stands out like a sore thumb, competes against Emil in Europe, and is nowhere to be seen. So tell me, what's the standard? Conditioned, but not too conditioned? Hard, but not too hard? Fuller, but not too full? Or is it more European versus US? So let me know what you think. Is there a US versus Europe bias in the men's physique division right now?
Very interesting, Mateus. Because, you know, I agree, like, the placing was so misconstrued. The placing was so off. How do you have 13th in the world, not even getting the first call out at the Prague show?
From Paraguay, SKOOL! Let's go!
Paraguay. Paraguay is on the map. Francisco Martinez from Paraguay to the world. There's a new champion in town. And my lord, my dude was full-blown backstage pumping up. If you know the feeling, then you know the feeling. That's all I'm going to say. If you know this feeling of being full-blown, like Francisco Martinez out of Paraguay was, then you know the feeling. But enough about me talking about Francisco. Phil, you take it.
I need to talk about what just happened in New Jersey over the weekend, because if there has ever been an underdog story, this is the one to tell. Now, as soon as the East Coast Pro Show lineup was announced, it was absolutely stacked. You know, we had names like Alex Rogers and Jason Hun and Drew Cullen, and these guys were in a lot of people's top 3. But there was one man who was not put in the mix. One man who was not put in the conversation by the name of Francisco Martinez out of Paraguay. Now, Francisco came off a 3rd place finish at the Dominican Republic Pro. And I gotta tell you, this guy stood his ground. He defied all odds to knock out Olympians, multi-time Olympians, fan favorites, athletes coming off 2nd places and pro show wins in the works to take home the win. Now, if there's one thing that we learnt over the weekend, it is this. The judges are making it clear. It doesn't matter who you are, what your status is, how many Olympians you competed in, how many supporters and fans and followers you've got on social media. It's all about who brings the best package on the day. And Francisco Martinez did just that.
Phil, I appreciate that. And I think you're damn right. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if you're top 10 in the world. I don't care if you're top 5 in the world. When someone brings a better package than you and the judges actually get it right, like they did here, you win the show.
Francisco Martinez. Totally unexpected. What a dark horse. The guy looked incredible. He looked incredible a week prior at the Dominican Pro, coming in 3rd, but this past weekend, everything was popping. Traps, density, from top to bottom, lower lats looking incredible. Arms flowing, the biceps into the shoulders, into the chest. The striations in the obliques and the abs were incredible. The quad game was official, especially how he had the green and white board shorts to complement. Man, he looked incredible. My humble opinion, the only thing he needs to work on, bringing the left lat out a little bit more to match the right lat, work on the upper shelf just a little bit, and really get those abs etched thick and make them bubbly in order to compete with the top 5 guys. But other than that, this guy looked incredible. He's someone to watch, and I want to just make one suggestion. If you've never been to the Olympia and you're in men's physique and you're a competitor, or you haven't broken into that top 15, you need to hit up Francisco and find out what ninja dojo he goes to so you can learn the skills, how to come up behind someone, choke them out, and win a pro show. Let's go.
I want you to use my code HEART for all of this. A lot of us are catching on that Manifest is the stage shorts company for men's physique. Shop with Manifest, use my code HEART. They're wonderful stage shorts. You guys already know. Huge. My number 1 supplement that I've been using at the gym to get the craziest pumps ever is their glycerol. Whew. It's literally liquid pump in a container, and it tastes amazing. I love the consistency. Throw it in your shaker, throw it in your mouth. You want to be the pump king at your gym, veins flowing? The glycerol from Huge is crazy, code HEART. And then finally, Physique. Go watch my Instagram. I put a reel up the other day talking about Physique, explaining everything. Go check that out. Other than that, I'm out of here, but I'm back. Guys, I have an announcement. There will be some changes to the channel coming up in the next week. Next Monday, the video will be completely different. And I don't want to say anything other than that, but things are going to get very, very, very exciting. Wait till you see what happens on the channel in 1 week from now, next Monday.